Welcome to Shore Perspectives, a community feature of WESR Radio, highlighting the spirit of the shore from those who call it home.
My name is Jahiem Fisher, co-owner of Wave Riders.
And my name is Antonio Robinson, co-owner of Wave Riders.
At one point, I was just thinking of ways to make income, to make money on my own, to ways of starting businesses, or just needs. So it just became a time where, I just literally that's all that was on my mind. And I'm riding around Cape Charles with no music on in my car. I'm just thinking what do we need? What do we need? And then, I got an idea that maybe we should do some sort of grocery delivery service for maybe elderly or people. And I was like, this is something that, I need a partner for or something. And I didn't know anyone else better to call than my friend Tony here. I called him. I told him the idea. I told him, I like to try to get it running and things like that. And he gave me the answer that I thought he would. And he was like, he's ready, whenever I, get it situated, give him the details, and he'll be in.
Yeah.
And that's where we started. So we started to do surveys. We was going door to door, and we were surveying people, seeing, could they use our service, how many times they go to the store, right. Things like that, trying to collect as much data as we could. And what we found was, what Tony called and brought more to my attention, but what we were seeing was the main problem was transportation in general. So Tony's like, hey, why don't we expand it more, and we can offer grocery delivery, but we can offer just basic transportation and food delivery, as in from restaurants, or if you just want something picked up from the store. Yeah. So he kind of broadened the idea even more. So then we're like, man, that does make more sense, because we don't have Uber or Lyft over. We don't have DoorDash. We don't have any of that here on the Eastern Shore. So that's when the idea expanded to what it is now. And we just kept pushing it. We just kept on progressing. It's been moving fast.
You don't necessarily, sometimes it's kind of hard to decide whether or not if that sacrifice is going to get you where you want to be. But, other than that, as far as the idea and the fruition of the business, it was, he called me and said, this is my idea. And, I've seen him, because we actually grew up together. We were actually next door neighbors for at least 10 to 12 years.
Yeah, we're at his house right now.
Yeah.
And I used to live right next door. Literally right next door.
Yeah. So, I've seen him he has his own clothing business, and I've seen him, the dedication and the grind that he puts into that. And, if he's willing to put 110% into something, I'm willing to go 150. So as soon as he made that call, it was a no-brainer for me.
Other than taking the risk to really just go for it, there hasn't been too many complications.
Not at all.
Especially when you really believe in it.
Right.
It's like nothing really phases me, or
at all.
Just keep pushing.
At all.
At the time of our interview, Wave Riders was the newest member of the ESVA Chamber.
Chamber of Commerce of the Eastern Shore. They just ended up contacting us and setting up a meeting, and we met with them. They told us about what they do, how they can put our name out, and it sounded really good to us. And to be in those rooms with other business owners and be able to network those opportunities. Right. So we just thought it was a good idea.
Yeah. It's as simple as calling me or him, messaging us on Facebook, or messaging the business suite that we have, and you let us know exactly where you are, where you need to go, what time you need to be there, what time you need to be picked up, and we make it happen. It's as simple as that. We try to make it as simple as possible so that our customers aren't having to go through this website and then through that app, so it's as simple as a call, and the same thing with delivery. You call into the restaurant, you attempt to pay over the phone. Some restaurants don't allow it, but most of them do. And then you tell them the Wave Riders will be there to pick it up, and we'll deliver the food to you hot and ready.
More people are becoming aware of us because the name we haven't been known. Everybody doesn't know about us just yet.
Yeah,
but
right.
People are starting to talk. People are starting to recognize me and him when they see us out as the people who run Wave Riders.
Wave Riders, right?
So,
at the moment, growing up, my family, we've had some. My big brother has broken a lot of generational curses for my family, right? So seeing that inspired me in a big way, as far as, maybe I can't be the one that goes and does this the way how he did it, but I can find my own mold. I can do it my own way and be just as successful as he is in his business as I am in mine, and break a generational curse as well by being a owner and having intellectual property of something that is my own. You know, so regardless of whatever may happen in the future, my faith and conviction is way stronger than any negative that might happen. You know what I'm saying? So as far as I'm concerned, it's about breaking out of a mold that I'm not supposed to be in. That's it. That's really it. Yeah, that's really
Feel out of place, right?
yeah, that's really it.
And that's why I said it was no one better for me to call, because like I've had ideas and I've talked to other friends, but they'll be like, yeah, okay, that's good, and then like they don't know there's no action. But when I call him and I tell him, and then it's like, okay, next day we're following up. I never miss a call. We talk every day. Everything's how it should be. There's, you know what I mean? There's a real partner. You know what I mean? You don't feel like you're carrying the team. You're carrying everything on your back. You have someone that's out working just as hard as you.
Most of the time we'll say we'll go to new church, but I feel like new church is more of a thing where if you give us like a day in advance or so, that would be perfect. But if you didn't, we'll still do it. You know what I mean? It's not like we're going to be like, oh, well, no, we can't come to you. I'm going to get in my car, start my car, and I'll be there shortly, you know?
From what we're seeing, like, it's growing. Things are growing fast because I think this was a need. Like, something's been waiting on this, and it's here. And it's been picking up and growing. People have been contacting us, more exposure. We just got to look. We're looking into getting more people to, like, workers now. Because we're gonna need help for all the business and things like that. And jobs. Correct. You know, we can't deliver all this food alone. We can't transport all these people alone. So to tell people, hey, I mean, you necessarily don't might gotta quit your job, but when you're off, part-time, you're working part-time somewhere. The other time you could be taking deliveries for whenever we message you, and it's time for a pickup. You could be making money that way. So we got people who could profit that could literally profit from our business directly just by working for us.
As far as the community goes, it's just about making sure that the people that are here are just as well off, not as well off, but as comfortable as I am. As far as whether it be the youth, whether it be elderly, whether it be even people my age, just making sure that I'm given just as much as they're giving to me. So whether it be with public housing, whether it be but these are all long-term goals, of course, but whether it be with public housing, whether it be with a youth center, whether it be with, these are things that in the future I look forward to stamping and putting my name on and being able to say that when people come to the Eastern Shore, they say, well, darn, I remember that kid. How in the heck was he able to build, little things like that. I really do take pride in those things, and I look forward to seeing everything come into fruition.
I think it's just inspiring to see like people that are around you. Like I've grown up around everybody that's around this area. They've seen me and they've seen him and they've seen that we're no one spectacular. We didn't come from millions of dollars.
I ate the same school meal lunch.
We had the same cafeterias they were at, and we created something and we're pushing it. We're gonna make it big. So now there's no reason in their minds that they can't do the same. They can go. They can literally say we've seen it, so now we can do it. And I think that's big. Just by itself.
That's really what it's about, man. Giving hope to the people who feel like they don't have hope. That's really what it's all about.
My name is Jahiem Fisher. You can contact me at 757-331-0740.
And my name is Antonio Robinson, and you can contact me at 757-678-3334. And we also can be contacted on our Facebook page. Our Facebook page is Wave Riders. And we also have an email. We can go to waveridersesva@gmail.com to contact us.
You got to move with that energy that you know is going to work. And you just got to put in the work every day. You work in day compartment time frames and just keep pushing your idea, but you can do it. You can do it because we're doing it. And like I say, I don't have any superpowers that anybody else
nope.
And I don't have any crazy connections that anybody doesn't have. Just people skills, maybe a little bit of charm, and it's just it's just working and doing what we can do.
In all reality, the entrepreneur road, the trying to get your business started road, it can get very lonely, but do not be discouraged by it. It's okay. You know, they will come back around again, and then you will have the decision to make of whether or not you want to be friends or if you don't. But don't be discouraged by people disappearing. It's okay. It'll be okay. Yeah, that's my biggest takeaway from it.
Yeah, everybody's not gonna be full arms open for it, but you gotta believe, because when people see that you believe in something and you're really passionate about it, that energy comes off on them.
Yeah.
They have no choice but to believe it, because they're like, I'm looking in your eyes and I can tell there's really no doubt.
Yep.
So it's inevitable. Like, you got to really move with that energy that you know. And if, you can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You got to really know and go for that. Because that's what you're putting in the world, that this is going to work.
Absolutely.
Not this might work. Because that's the energy you're going to get back. You're going to get it might.
It may, yeah. You're going to
But if you put in, it's going to. That's what you're going to see.
I mean, like you said, you summed that up very well. Like I said, you just got to, I don't know. You got to think big, no restrictions, no limits. Just go for it. Just go for it. And if you fall, you'll be able to pick yourself back up.
For Shore Perspectives and WESR Radio, I'm Kelley Gaskell.